doing? Welcome to another week of Kingdom Builders Credit Repair, Credit and Financial Tips with, me, KB.Michelle Green. That's right. We are so excited for you to be here today because we got an amazing topic to talk about, this lying and hiding on your credit and in your finances. Why is it wrecking your world? I'm going to talk about that today. That's what I'm about to do. Yay! Okay, that's what we are going to do today. Listen, before we get started though, I just want to thank you for watching, and I want to make sure that you know that you have the ability to subscribe. That's right. Instead of just viewing us every now and then, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Go ahead to the top of the page and hit that subscribe button and set your notifications so you never ever miss another episode of the Kingdom Builders Credit Repair TV show and podcast. That's right. Make sure that you are locked in so that you would never ever miss any of these new and relevant tips that we share regarding your credit and your finances every single Friday from 12:30 till 1 o'clock. That's right. And you can go back and watch the repeat shows. Just go ahead and lock in on your subscription. Listen, did you know that we are powered by CTR Media Network? If you are looking to be seen and heard, listen, CTR Media Network now has over 3.6 billion people watching us everywhere, all across the world, in over 140 countries. Tell me where you can find that at. I don't know. That's why it's so important for you to understand that we are not just here for you to see us. We are here all over the freaking world. We are all over the world. We're everywhere. That's right. So make sure that you go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and share this with a person who is struggling with their finances, a person who is dealing with some kind of financial strain or some kind of financial issues. Make sure that you are locked in so you never ever miss an episode of the KBCR TV show and podcast. That's right. Go ahead and lock in today. Now, like we do every single Friday, we're going to start by talking about what is credit, because that's what the whole show is about. We want to understand, for the person who is simply just the person who is thinking about credit, thinking about what is credit really. I don't really understand how to play this game. I don't really understand what goes on with this credit and this financial portfolio that I have or that I'm getting ready to set up. If you're just new to the game of credit, or if you've been around for a while and you are trying to figure out exactly what is happening with this credit game, well, let's explain what credit is. Credit is when you don't have enough money yourself to pay for the things that you need or that you want. So what do? You go and you finance it with a lender or a creditor. Who is a lender or creditor, Michelle? A lender or creditor is the person or the company that allows you to finance what it is that you cannot pay for outright. And when I say pay for outright, I'm referring to the total amount of money that it needs to be paid for you to obtain a vehicle, for you to obtain a house, for you to be able to buy that furniture or that appliance. You know how the washing machine and the dryer break down? You know how your car break down? Okay, how are you going to pay for that? You have to have credit in order to finance, in order for you to have something to even appear on your credit report. So this is how credit works. We go to a financial institution. That financial institution finances us with the bank or lender or whoever the financial institution is. And then we have the ability to have this item, whatever it is that we have financed and gotten approved for, to show up on our credit. Now, where are the credit reports information held? It's held through Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and Anovis. She said something that I didn't know. That's right. Anovis is the fourth credit bureau, which is not a regular major credit bureau that most people are even aware of, that you are going to engage in when it comes to you buying a house, or just a creditor or lender deciding that they want to check your records to see if you are somebody that's reputable and going to follow through with what it is that you said that you was going to do regarding this credit that you just got financed. finance. Okay, so a novice is another credit bureau that you need to be aware of where the information when you set up a new account, when you get a line of credit, they are going to be the ones that they are also going to be contacting. So you need to pull your Innovis, that's INNOVIS, and make sure that you give record to who? KB.Michelle Green, for giving you that secret about credit and finances. Because listen, you learn all kind of things here because we have over 30 plus years of experience in this field and industry. That's right. Over 30 plus years. So what are you waiting for? Why are you not in the KBCR program right now? I don't know. Go ahead to the website. You see it below. Kingdom Builders Credit Repair. Get in where you fit in right now. Okay. Now we going into the topic of lying and hiding is wrecking your credit. Topic. Let's talk about it. How does lying and hiding wreck your credit? Well, first of all, we need to think about what is the issues around us lying and hiding for our credit. How does that pertain to what we are doing with our credit? Well, when you obtain that credit account, one of the things that we can do initially is really just figure out in our head this lie that we are actually going to fulfill the obligation when we really know in the back of our head that we ain't got no intention on paying these people. We ain't got no intention on when we apply for the credit and they give us the credibility. We have no intention on actually paying off the debt. We have no intention on fulfilling the obligation of the terms and conditions that we have agreed to on that contract agreement that we signed. And we don't even realize that we have signed our life away most of the time. Even though we might have good intentions at the beginning, we really don't fully think about it to the degree that we are going to fulfill it from beginning to end. So I want you, when you start out with credit, I want you to just be real with yourself and say, is this something that I can really fulfill? If, regardless of every circumstance and situation that could occur in my life, am I willing to fulfill this obligation until it is completed? So that means that you need to figure out before you actually go and sign on the dotted line, you need to figure out, is this a time period that I'm willing to engage in all of my funds, regardless if I get sick, regardless if I have death in the family, regardless if I got a cold, regardless if I'm out of work, regardless if I need to go and work a side hustle, a side business, even though I don't really like to use the term hustle, but I know that we tend to do things that are other opportunities for us to receive an income, for us to engage in receiving more money, right? Well, whatever we got to do, are we willing to follow through with that? So that is the first lie that we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves that, yes, I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make sure that I complete this contract. But in the back of our minds, are we really willing to look at the total debt that we're going to end up paying over the period of term of time that they have selected for us? Let's say we get a car. We got a vehicle, we get a vehicle, and we are financing that vehicle, and we don't realize that we are signing up for a $700 to $1,000 monthly payment for how many years, Michelle? How many years? We are talking about exactly anywhere from 5 to 7 and sometimes even 8 years of our life that we are committing to pay every single 30 days, $700 to $1,000. Now let's think about that for a second. Are you really committed to that? See, this is a part of the lie that initiates when we deal with credit and finances. We initially just have this idea that, oh, all of a sudden we're going to get this a lump sum amount of money. We're going to have this lump sum amount of money at some point in time. Maybe we got a bonus that we're depending on. Maybe we got a business that we're trying to get off the ground and we're trying to work that business so we'll have some extra cash. Maybe we're thinking about some overtime. We're without job currently. And maybe the job ends up going in a different direction because now AI is taking over pretty much everybody's job. You never know, right? We never know what the situation of the circumstance is going to turn out to be. So we have these ideas in our head that even though we may start out with good intentions, it doesn't mean that we are actually going to fulfill those obligations. So what do we need to do? We need to really look at a plan. We need to put together a plan of how we're going to pay off our debts. We do not want to be indebted for our entire life. So one of the things that I always share with my clients, you know what? Do I really want to give that secret out? I don't know. Do I really? Let's think about it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. You want me to tell you? Put a yes below, and I will let you know. If somebody puts a yes in the comment, that I should tell you the secret that I give to all of my clients. Another thing that we do when it comes to lying, when it comes to us hiding, is that we tend to hide the truth about what's going on with our finances when we enter a relationship. When we enter a relationship, guess what? We tend to pretend that we got it going on. We tend to pretend that we have things going on that really ain't going on. And when I say things are not really going on the way that we say that we have them going on, we're talking about the fact that when we enter a relationship with a significant other, when we enter a relationship, even in a marriage, we tend to go and do things that we know that we are not really in a position to handle. And then when it becomes overwhelming, we just hide the bills. We tend to go to the mailbox early. If we are living with this person, we tend to make sure that the phone calls are directed to our cell phone instead of somebody else's cell phone. That's right. We tend to make sure that some kind of way we're going to keep it a secret about what we have done to overwhelm our lives with debt and credit. Listen, debt and credit are the same thing. I don't want y'all to be confused about that. The debt is really the total amount of money that you are going to be paying off, and the credit is the thing that you have financed with that lender or creditor where the company name appears on the credit report. Okay, so don't confuse the two. It is the same thing. One is where we're really focusing on the company, the other one is where we're focusing on the amount of debt that you owe. So here's the secret, because I see somebody put a like in the comments or a yes in the comments below. So we're going to go ahead and tell you what the secret is. In order for you to come outside of the lying and hiding, how can you overcome somebody that you really have a good heart and you really want to pay off your bills, you really want to get out of debt, you really want to figure out how to do this thing? Well, the biggest secret is that instead of paying your bills or your debts every single 30 days, I want you to now break your payments down into 2 weeks or every single week. That's right. If you begin to break down your debts or your things that are on your credit every single week or every single 2 weeks, that means every time you get paid. Don't you get paid every 2 weeks? Then why are you not paying on your debt every 2 weeks? Even if you pay it on a every bi-weekly basis, don't you know that the first payment that you make is actually going to count for the whole entire 30-day time period of your credit? That's right. So the whole entire 30 days is going to be counted as a paid as agreed account, meaning that even though you didn't pay the whole thing, but you broke that monthly payment up into two payments, or you broke that monthly payment up into four payments, it's still going to allow you to show that you are paid as agreed for the full 30-day month. That's right. So that is the secret. And that is one of the biggest secrets that most people have no idea, that if they would just pay on their debt regularly, they will have the opportunity to not only come out of debt early, because every time you make a payment, it's going to go towards interest. But when you make a bi-weekly payment, it's going to break up to two payments or four payments, and those four payments are not all going to be charged interest. And that means that you get an opportunity to pay off your debt early. That means that you don't have to wait the full 7 years, 5 years, 30 years for a mortgage to pay it off if you would just break your payments up in half. If you would just take those payments and you would break them down in four sections so that you would be able to make the payment more often. That is the secret. So we don't have to keep lying and hiding. Every time the creditor is calling you, you should be willing to go ahead and make a payment, some kind of payment. I don't care if it's $25. You need to put something on the debt to make sure that you are securing your good faith character to say that, hey, I'm willing to handle this business. I'm willing to take care of the things that I signed my name to. I'm willing to make sure that I am not hiding. I'm not lying. I'm really going to go forward with making sure that this whole obligation is completed. Okay, can I get a like? Can I get a heart? Can I get a something? All right, that's why I'm trying to explain to you that we don't have to lie or hide. But let's say another thing that we do as we are going through our day-to-day walk, we are trying to figure out how can we move money around. So we tend to tell our lenders and creditors that we're going to have a payment come out of one of our bank accounts, but that's the bank account that's really your Cash App, your Zelle, your PayPal, or your Venmo. And that money in that account is usually absent every single time. That means that you ain't got no money in there, and you know you ain't got no money in there, and you are lying to the lender or creditor to tell them that, hey, you can take the payment from this card, or you can take the payment from this account, and this ain't even your real account. This ain't even the account that you have normally all of your payments come out of. This is where your money, this is not the place where your money is going into. This is the place where you only use as an alternative way of making your bills paid, of having your credit taken care of. That is what we are doing to lie to the lender or creditor. And do y'all think really, do you really think that the lender or creditor does not understand what you're doing? Do you really think that they are just completely absent-minded to this whole idea of you lying and hiding and pretending like, okay, well, this is my major bank account. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have you draft from this account on the 15th. I'm going to have you draft from this account on the 25th. Listen, that's a whole lot. You know you ain't going to have no money by then. Why are you fooling yourself? So instead of fooling yourself, what do you need to do? You need to be real with yourself. You need to be honest with the creditor, because if you would just communicate with them, if you would just talk to them about making regular payments instead of you just deciding that you just gonna be absent with your money when it comes to that creditor that you promised years ago that you was gonna complete this contract. Just tell them the truth. I don't have the money today. This is the date that I get paid, and you can take this amount from the real debit card or the real credit card from, so to make sure that this account is fulfilled. You don't need to get caught up into lying and hiding and pretending that this is how it's really supposed to be. And another thing that we do as it relates to our bank account, as it relates to our debit and credit cards, listen, we lie about we had the money in there and we just allowed the bank to go ahead and overdraft our accounts. Do we really understand how serious it is when we allow a overdraft protection to kick in on our bank accounts? I don't think we really understand that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because think about it. The first entryway level of finances is for you to find a place to house your money. Okay, so that place that you house your money is the bank or the credit union. So why are we taking the initial foundation of where we are to begin to put our finances, put our money, and to be able to move transactions back and forth? Why are we trying to go and have a bad reputation with the initial foundation of our credit and finances? That does not make sense. It does not make sense for us to use the overdraft protection that is allowed from the bank in good faith that you are not going to overdraft your account, in the fact that you are actually allowing the bank or the credit union to now overdraft your bank account for a debt or for a bill that you know that you wouldn't go have the money for. That is a lie. That is hiding. And let me explain to you how that really works from the lender's perspective, from the creditor's perspective. When they see that you have overdraft protection, period, I'm talking about any person who has decided to go to the bank or the credit union to say, I want to set up overdraft protection. Do you know that on your credit report now, it is reporting if you have overdraft protection? If you have overdraft protection, what that means to a lender or creditor is that you are likely to overdraft your account. You are likely to make a promise to them that you cannot keep. So you expect that the bank or and the place where you originally set up your foundation with finances and credit is going to take up the slack for you not paying your debt or your bills. See, that doesn't make any sense. To a lender or creditor, they are now looking at how many times have you set up overdraft protection on every single bank account that you establish. On every single account that you establish, there is overdraft protection. However, if you have the overdraft protection and and you're utilizing that overdraft protection every time, it's not a loan. It's not something that you are even supposed to be using, because what it tells the lender or creditor is that you are not capable of fulfilling your daily or your monthly obligations. You are not capable of fulfilling your weekly or bi-weekly obligations. Is letting the lender or creditor know that it's likely that you have a low credit score. Is letting the creditor or lender know that you are not the person that they really need to deal with when it comes to large amounts of money. So what are they going to do? They're always going to give you the small amount of money. They're always going to give you anywhere from $100 to maybe $500, if that, and you will be stuck in that range because they don't trust you, because you got overdraft protection, and now it's reporting on the credit reports. It's actually showing in the inquiry section of your credit report that you have overdraft protection. And every time you use that like it's a loan, like it's just extra money that you're going to have for the week, and you just pulling from that, it's no different than back in the day when we used to do payday loans and title loans. And listen, they ain't really went nowhere. They just changed the name to it. And now we call it buy now, pay later options. I'm giving you all the secrets. Wait a minute. Let me retract. Let me retract. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just let the cat out the bag. So yes, we are talking about the fact that we got to cut out this lying and hiding. We got to cut out this lying and hiding, because what is happening is it's causing our credit to really be shown as a person that is not trustworthy. We are looking at people every single day that are doing these buy now, pay later options, that are engaging in overdraft protection, that are allowing the lender or creditor to believe that they really got a card or a bank account that really is open and active and working, and that's going to have some money in it. We are lying to our spouses. We are lying to our significant others. We are lying to the people that we truly care about, who we say that we want to spend a lifetime with. And then we're over here trying to figure out like why the relationship ain't working. It's not working because we got to stop lying and hiding, y'all. We got to stop taking the purchases of our debit and credit cards soon as we get paid and going straight to shopping, straight to buying extra food and doing extra stuff, going on trips and doing things and living this life online like we are luxurious, like we got all the money in the world and it's just endless money coming through, when in the truth of the matter is you're about to be evicted. You are about to lose your car. You are about to be foreclosed on your house, and you're about to have that credit card closed. That's the truth of the matter. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call a credit report what a credit report really is. It's reporting the credit that you are actually handling, how you are handling it. What are you doing with your money? How are you managing your finances? Because you ain't. I know you ain't. Don't even sit there and lie to me. So if you are having any of these issues, if this is something that is relatable to you, first I want you to put a like in the comment below. I want you to like. I want you to go ahead and share this with somebody else who you know is lying or hiding, along with yourself. And I want you to go to the website right now. That's kingdombuilderscreditrepair.com. I want you to get in there, and I want you to go to the website and sign your information in under where it says let's talk. I need to talk to you personally about this lying and hiding so that we can get you in a position to where you ain't got to lie and hide no more. I want to get you in a position to where what? You can have a good credit score, and you can maintain that credit score by doing what? By coming to Kingdom Builders Credit Repair, getting inside of our credit repair program, because guess what? Our credit repair program will teach you how to manage your entire financial portfolio. And I ain't talking about just the things that are on your credit. I'm talking about the things that are also a budget. It is a system that we have put together through God's grace and mercy. He has given us the secrets, y'all. He has given us the secrets of how you can accrue wealth. So are you trying to take your family to the next level? Are you not tired of struggling and being told no every time somebody needs something in your family, in your household, or you yourself? You need a new car. You need to buy a house. You need to make sure that you can secure taking care of your family. If your family need a coat for the winter, if your family needs some more stuff because a winter storm is coming up, if your family needs something, then are you able to easily go and get it? If your answer is no, then I need you to get in where you fit in at Kingdom Builders Credit Repair. Go to the website right now. Stop playing around. After you finish this episode of the KBCR TV show and podcast, go to the website, sign up. Let's talk about it. Put your information in the box and make sure that you schedule a time that is requestable for us to be able to talk personally. That's right. I will talk to you personally, not just my staff, not just the people that are texting back and emailing back. I'm talking about me personally. I will talk to you because everybody that comes through Kingdom Bills Credit Repair has to talk to who? KB.Michelle Green. Woo, 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 woo. So if you are enjoying this episode of the Kingdom Builders Credit Repair TV show and podcast, then listen. What are you waiting for? I need you to go right now and I need you to go ahead and get signed in. I want you to go ahead and get locked in to what I told you. I want you to understand that we have a new master class that's coming up on February the 18th. And February the 18th, we are having the official Financial Dominion Master Class that is going to teach you about your finances. It's going to teach you about budgeting. It's going to teach you about credit. It's going to teach you about taxes. It's going to teach you about saving money. It's going to teach you how to stop all that eating out and how to manage cooking at home. It's going to teach you what to cook. It's going to teach you how to get fit and exercise and get in there and do the things that you have made all these New Year's resolutions for. It's going to teach you how to manage your children and the money that you are giving out to your kids. It's going to teach you all things finances, and that is all things credit as well. That's right. So if you get into the credit repair program, we will handle your business with your credit and we will handle your business with your finances. And your finances and your credit are two different things. So how do you sign up? Go to the website, kingdombuilderscreditrepair.com. And listen, I'm going to put the link below so you can go ahead and sign up for the Financial Dominion Masterclass. Now that you see this out here, I want you to tell everybody you know. And I do mean everybody, because there ain't a person alive that don't need this class. I don't care what level of finances you are dealing with right now. No matter how many zeros are behind your name, we have been given secrets to the financial industry in a way that nobody else is giving out. And I'm talking about things that you have probably never heard of and never really looked at or viewed as it relates to a budget, as it relates to your money, as it relates to your credit and finances. Are you trying to set up trust funds? Are you trying to make sure that you got the right type of protection for your household? Are you trying to figure out, why do you need a warranty? Why do you need insurance? Why do you need to pay taxes? I'm going to explain all of that in the official Financial Dominion Master Class starting on February the 18th. That is a Wednesday. And every other Wednesday, we are going to be going in depth to these finances and these credits. Listen. This is over a $5,000 value. You do not want to miss this opportunity. The total price, even though it's over $5,000, is only a total of $1,500. That's right. You might be feeling like $1,500. Whoa, Michelle, that's a whole lot of money. Really, it ain't. For what I'm getting ready to give you on February the 18th and thereafter in this masterclass, it's going to be well worth every single penny that you pay. And I mean, you don't even have to pay the whole $1,500. You can put $250 down and it's only $160 per month. That's right, $160 a month to take your finances and your credit to a whole new situation, to a whole new level, to leave legacies for your family, to be able to put you in a position that you have been dreaming about, that you've been praying about, that you've been believing that you can do this thing, but you ain't really had no coach that really had enough experience in all areas to help you with that. Listen, did you know I have been doing finances for over 30 plus years? Not only have I been an educator, but I've been an advisor to finances and to credit. So this is a different turn. It's a different twist. This is not like any other class that you've ever taken. This is not like any other master class, any other coaching system, and any other course that you have ever taken. I promise you today that if you sign up for this class, your life will be changed. Your life will be different than what it ever has been for the rest of your life. Because guess what I'm going to do? Make sure that you get it. I'm going to make sure that we work in one-on-ones and we work through the systems of your finances and your credit. So listen, go ahead and get signed up. Go to the website, hit that Let's Talk button. Go ahead and like and share this video. Share it with a friend, share it with a family member, and make sure you give credit to KB.Michelle Green and Kingdom Builders Credit Repair for what you have learned today. Thank you for watching, and you guys take care until next Friday.